In this video, we're going over exercises that hockey players can use to get a harder shot. Welcome back to Relentless Hockey. My name is Kyle, and today we're going to be going over exercises that you can use to increase your shot strength. So shooting, whether it's a snapshot or a slap shot, is one of the most complex movements in all of sports. And while it's important to be technically proficient and have that really strong technique, it's also important to be able to generate a mass amount of force into that ice so that we can really shoot a hard puck. So today we're going to go over 5 or 6 exercises that you can use to increase your velocity on that puck. So our first exercise is an anti-rotation exercise called the pal-off press. So here we're starting to challenge those muscles to create that rotation on the ice so that we can generate some force into a puck. We're gonna get set up in an athletic position and just press out. While the band's rotating us one way, we're trying to fight that resistance so that we have a braced trunk position through the whole movement. You're gonna try and do around 8 to 12 reps for this and really focus on staying braced all the way through the body. The high plank drag through is another anti-rotation exercise where we're really focusing on staying braced through the whole movement. From here, we're going to try and pull this dumbbell across to our other side of our body, and while we're naturally rotating, we need to find a braced core position so that we're not moving at all. For this, we're going to perform around 8 to 12 reps and just focus on staying stiff. Our next exercise is the cable chop. So we're focusing on having that brace position in our core again, but now we're starting to add some movement through our shoulders. This exercise really simulates the slap shot motion where we have to be able to brace our trunk to really create some torque on that hockey stick. The standing cable rotation is an awesome exercise to begin to incorporate some rotational power here. So we're actually going to be focusing on creating as much rotation in our hips as we can to really come around as if we're taking a shot on the ice. We're going to perform this exercise around 8 to 10 reps and just really focus on that hip coming around and that rotation. Here we're trying to create some torque into the ground here through our hip rotation and really focusing on staying braced through the whole movement. Again, we can perform this for around 8 to 10 reps and just focus on staying as braced as possible. The landmine rotation press is an exercise where we're really starting to focus on that brace position and creating as much rotation as we can in the hips. This is an exercise that really translates onto our shot power as we're trying to generate as much power as we can from a brace position. For this exercise, we're going to have 8 to 10 reps and really focus on creating as much power as we can every movement. Alright, so those are some awesome exercises for hockey players to really start to develop some velocity behind that shot. So while it's important to be shooting pucks and really focusing on refining that technique, a lot of hockey players need to be focusing on strength and power to really begin to apply some force into generating a harder shot. So if you're interested in these kind of exercises or more workouts for hockey players, please check out our channel and subscribe.